So I'm gonna refer you to, an overnight hospital, so that you don't have to be separated from your brackish water.
Awesome.
And so I'm gonna need your credit card information. Could you just read out the numbers, please?
Wait, who are you again?
I'm your therapist.
You look down and it's like a worm. It's like, and he escapes down the hall.
The worm escapes.
You're like,
I just watch it like wiggle away.
well, he's faster than you. 40%
The worm is?
exactly. He's 40% faster than you.
How'd the worm do this?
Yo!
He's
Yo.
powerful.
Damn.
He's more powerful than you realize.
More powerful than you could ever imagine.
He's a mighty worm.
He escapes and you actually find that everything you told him in confidence is now being sold to third parties. And now
Who
you're
wanna
the
buy
ads. The ads on your devices are now more accurate.
Oh, okay.
As the worm gets more profitable, he gets larger and more human-like. He gets more human features.
That's really weird. Like, imagine like a half worm, half human.
Yeah, he's becoming more powerful because you gave him your money. Like you had to pay like 50% up front, right, before the meeting. And so he was a little bit bigger than he was before the meeting because he had more wealth. And perhaps maybe the reason you didn't realize he was a worm was because he was sort of like partially human and sitting behind like a blurred piece of glass. So you couldn't tell.
Partially human? What type of therapy appointment is this?
It's
This is like this is just a confession.
It's a really cool
yeah,
one.
it's a confession booth. You don't have to feel weird, like, because some people have trouble. Like, you're the one who has like anxiety where you can't look people in the eye and you want to like.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me.
Oh
Okay.
my god. I am a mere servant of the worm. I do his bidding. For a time he will awaken and reward me for my servitude. We cannot pretend to know the motives of the worm, but he does like money. He does like money very much.
I love money.
Like a lot.
I once saw him take a piece of money and then proceed to smile. What do you think the worm would do once he's fully human and he has
He'd
$7,000?
fart.
I think he'd like buy a bunch of dirt. You know.
But then he'd lose his money and he would go back to being a worm. Because $7,000, that's how much he needs to be a human. It's not that much, but considering the fact that it's like, imagine being a worm and being told in order to become a human, you need to make $7,000. It'd be pretty daunting, pretty
That
difficult
would.
task.
For me,
Started out as a mere petty thief, and look at him now.
Mhm.
He would start a Twitch channel with 2 charismatic co-hosts to bring in revenue.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that is a good.
We're,
That's a really good.
we're getting into the lore now. We're really getting
See,
into
what the
it.
question is which, me or Jimmy, which one of us is it? Because
Which
it's
one of
not
us
Michael.
is
We
the
already
one?
know that.
Yeah,
we already know that.
He's too feeble-minded to become the worm.
Well, but he also got therapy from the worm, so it's clearly not him.
Yeah, it just
Part
doesn't
of the
make
story.
sense with the narrative.
Part of the story literally just doesn't allow him to be the worm.
Nah.
Michael's now just figuring this out. Like, Michael didn't know that his therapist who bamboozled him, tried to steal his credit card information, escaped down the hall, and his therapist is actually one of us.
Wait, what?
I am the worm.
One of you guys has $7,000.
Michael, I am the worm.
I'm rich. I have $7,000.
I am the one who's a worm. That's like a Breaking Bad reference. I don't know if you understood
Oh,
that.
really? No way. I like that show. It's pretty
Hour
good.
before my overwhelming wealth.
My
I'll buy your entire estate.
my worm wealth.
Where worm plus wealth equals wealth. In reality, Michael, there was a third before you. We didn't put it together until recently that he was actually the worm, but his name was the Mighty Worm. Yeah, he was our original third co-host before you. And we got so successful so quickly, and then he swindled us out of all the money and the Twitch channel. He now goes by Markiplier.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And that's why he's even more human. Like, he's gotten so rich that he's you
You can still tell though. You can still tell.
You can still tell
If
he's
you look
somewhat
closely.
somewhat
If you look closely,
worm-like.